Now, if I had a dime for every time someone said to her, "What are you doing with him? I'd be a rich man," she would laugh about it in the beginning, but over time she stopped laughing and she gets defensive when people make those types of comments, even if they're joking. First of all, what a bunch of who even talks like that?
You know, using all of your senses, both emotional and physical chemistry needs to be there. If it's there for the two of you, it's nobody's business but yours. How do you feel when you're with that person? How do you feel like when you're around your friends and that person? Can you be yourself? Can you feel relaxed? Can you be yourself? And there's something about this that's getting lost here. Tell me why you laughed.
Because you said the same thing twice.
Can you be yourself?
This podcast represents the opinions of our hosts and guests. The content here should not be taken as medical advice and is for informational purposes only. This podcast also does not establish a standard of care, doctor-patient, or client relationship. No guarantee is given regarding the accuracy of any statements or opinions made on the podcast or website. And because each person is so unique, all listeners are encouraged to connect with counseling and medical professionals for assistance with their personal journey. All people, places, and scenarios mentioned in the podcast have been changed to protect the privacy of those involved.
Welcome to We're Not Fine. I'm Dr. Talia Jackson.
And I'm Doug Jensen. We thank you for listening every week to our deep and thought-provoking conversations about relationships.
We're back!
Hey, everybody. Welcome to yet another episode of
We're Not Fine. So we're really excited about today's topic. And we are going to get real personal with you guys. The topic is basically, my fiancé is way out of my league. And if I'm not mistaken, Doug literally just asked me what it feels like to be married to someone who's way out of my league.
And what I really meant was, Rob, she's way out of your league.
That's what he actually meant, but that's not what came out. Have you ever dated someone way out of your league?
So it's an interesting question because
Your
I think
leagues
about
have changed. You've changed leagues. Oh my God, on so many levels. So many levels.
because you've seen pictures of me in the past.
Yes, and also you were closeted and now uncloseted.
Yep.
So all the leagues you changed leagues, you up-leveled your league.
I'm in a league of my own.
Do you know what we, the youth, call what you have done with your life? It's called
success.
A glow up.
Ow!
It's when you age really well and you
Oh.
look better the older.
Oh. That's really nice of you to say.
Thank you.
Yes. However, and you know, this is interesting because when you think about like who you're dating, I think part of it is like what you feel is what you feel toward that person. So I dated somebody.
Wait, what does that even
I know
mean?
this doesn't make any sense.
Was that English? I know what you're saying. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
So I remember I was dating this person and I was like, oh my God, he's so hot. Because I was so into him.
Yes.
And then I introduced him to my friends and literally one of my friends went, what?
But I love that because with that, I also feel like a part of this mailbag I have an issue with because I feel like beauty really is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah,
And you don't want to be with someone that, I mean, although I'm with somebody who is like the prettiest human on the planet, but
way out of your league.
way out of
I'm
my
kidding.
league. But I
don't
love
believe that.
the
I think you
idea-
two are nicely compatible in terms of your beauty.
I
Yep.
love the idea that we're interested in people with like character, or they're just like so beautiful to us because of their personality.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is you give me a hook nose and dark hair,
You're in.
maybe some tats.
Is that why you're in love with me?
Yeah,
It's my
Yep.
Jewish nose,
Yep.
my brunette, like swarthy Mediterranean features. Oh no, he's leaning in. And my butterfly tattoo that I got when I was 16. I knew it.
those are the criteria. My person that I dated was really hot and literally one of my friends looked at me and said, you're so much hotter. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, but then is it insulting because then they're saying that you have terrible taste?
So I believe that my taste is not everybody's taste. I'll be
I love
honest.
that.
Again, big hook nose, facial
I
hair.
don't think we call it a hook nose.
What do we call
it?
it?
A nose
Roman nose?
distinction. Oh, I like Roman. Character. Just
I was just in Rome.
hook, not hot. Hooks are
Oh,
not
I think
hot.
it's oof. You're talking to the wrong guy.
Okay, fair. Beholder.
I literally at one point remember touching the nose of my boyfriend and he's like, don't do that. I'm self-conscious. Yeah. It was like boing. It was a really like, and I remember thinking, I love that so much. I would kiss it. Right. But he was self-conscious about it. And I'm like, oh my God, do not.
I know, that breaks my heart when people are really self-conscious about something that makes them look so different and so unique. But in fact, people love that about you.
Yep.
And
yeah.
You're the face that they love the most, and not just despite, but because of those really interesting, beautiful features.
So I would say that I thought I was dating someone who was out of my league. Mm-hmm. Also, dude was taking drug enhancing muscle steroids.
You mean muscle enhancing drugs? How much did you have to drink?
Drug enhancing.
How many fingers am I holding up? Are you ready for this mailbag, my friend?
I could talk about this for days, so let's dig in.
The person that I dated that's out of my league is Rob Jackson. And especially when we would go to gay clubs in the Castro in San Francisco.
But that's not a fair comparison. They're not going to be as interested in you because if they're gay men, they're going to pick him, right?
Oh, but he got a lot of attention. People were like running their fingers through his hair. I loved it. But in straight crowds, I think people also think he's glorious because he is.
He's glorious not only, though, because of his pretty appearance, but no, he's a really nice guy. Okay, I love you, Rob. I'm professing my love for you.
Does he? I don't even know if he listens anymore. I think he got sick of us.
Well, I'm going to check in with him about that.
Tonight. Yeah. We'll check in.
We're going to check in.
Okay. Ready for this?
I'm ready anytime for anything.
Okay. So Jason is a 27-year-old male and his fiancé.
What are you going to name her? Beatrice?
Yes.
Jane?
Except I'm going to call it Beatrice.
You have to pronounce it exactly my way.
Okay, Beatrice, who's 25 years old. This is what he says. My fiancée, Beatrice, is out of my league, and the snide comments people make about our relationship are starting to get to her. Not me, but her. What can I do to make this better for her? What a gem of a human. And also, this is really sad. My fiancé is much better looking than I am. I'm not ugly, but I'm a pretty average looking guy. My fiancé is far from average. Beatrice is my sister's best friend, and we've known each other forever. And that's how I got her.
Oh.
She's also smart and warm and legitimately funny too. Just way out of my league. I feel like, is this a self-esteem issue?
We're going to get there. Keep going.
Now, if I had a dime for every time someone said to her, "What are you doing with him? I'd be a rich man." She would laugh about it in the beginning, but over time she stopped laughing and she gets defensive when people make those types of comments, even if they're joking. First of all, what a bunch of assholes. Who even talks like that?
I would.
I'm proud to be, wait, back up. She's lost friends for this reason.
Oof.
I know, because they tell her she could do better. I tell her she doesn't need to defend me. I'm proud to be with her, and I know she's out of my league. So I just pretend to laugh about it, even if I don't find it very funny anymore. So he was like a guy that was kind of like self-deprecating and making fun of himself. But I just get the sense that it's wearing on her, and I wonder if somewhere deep down it gives her some doubt.
Fuck yeah. I mean, heck yeah.
I honestly don't know what I can do to help mitigate this other than just to have great career success. Oh my God.
Okay.
No, friend. I studied really hard in college and I work really hard and now pretty much just so I can be successful and become worthy of her. Okay, this took a real sad turn. How should I navigate this?
I have so much to say. First of all, beauty is in the It's in the eye of the beholder, which is what we've talked about already at the beginning of the banter. The reality is we all have different tastes. And Talia, you're somebody's person. I'm somebody's person, but we're not everybody's person. And so beauty really is in the eye of the beholder. And the truth is, this is between the two of you. And you two get to decide what you want to do with your relationship. I will, however, agree that my worry is that when you get these comments, and people have been blatant, it sounds like, about like you can do better. Which, by the way, I have said that to people in my personal life.
But not because of their looks.
No. In fact, it's usually not about their looks. Does this person make you a better person? Does this feel organic and natural? And is this person someone that you're proud of and they're proud of you, and that chemistry? And I'm going to go to chemistry because chemistry is a big deal to me.
Yeah.
You know, using all of your senses, both emotional and physical chemistry needs to be there. If it's there for the two of you, it's fucking nobody's business but yours.
I agree.
And I will tell you that, you know, every relationship benefits from having supportive others around them. And so if these people are not able to be supportive, if there's actually people continuing to say this stuff, which, by the way, it's clear that she's told you they said these things. And so it would be hard for you not to have an opinion on that as well. And I think about Talia, like if I dated somebody and that person was told, you can do much better than Doug.
They're not your friend.
Well, I also, my ego just got into this because I probably would say good luck. Which, you know, because
I could totally see you saying that.
I would say that.
Mooning them and storming off, slamming a door.
Not even
stealing
slamming
a Jeep.
No, it would just be like glaring, like,
you go try.
Yeah, you try.
But what if it was the friend that said it?
Yeah.
Or the mom?
I would even say,
I hit a nerve.
Here's what I would do if it was a mom. I would talk to the mom. I'd say, can I talk to you? I understand that you don't support our relationship.
Have you seen these?
But have you seen my guns?
Yeah.
And I will choke you if you.
I think that's a really good approach. I think we should recommend that to all.
I really think so. However, guys, so getting serious about this again. So I think it's, you know, I want to know what this girlfriend of yours thinks, which clearly she's with you for a reason. Here is my cautionary tale about this. Like, I'm kind of curious. I would like to ask her, how are you feeling about this relationship? And if she said, I'm good with it. I really love this guy. I think I see a future with him. I think he'd be a great dad. I really like what he contributes. What's happening, though, is there's been this diminished self-esteem that is really wearing on both of them. And like you all of a sudden start talking about, I need to make more money or I need to have a successful career to make it
worthy of her.
That's not how this works. That is not how, like, all of us could lose everything anytime, at any time.
Well, and I also feel like it's buying into whatever this awful societal expectation is that your looks or your success is how you earn love. We don't have to earn love. It is how we are in the world as is the value add.
Again, I choose people that I'm attracted to.
What? That is like, you're probably the only one. I've never heard anything like that in my life.
And let me just say that as I've gotten a little bit older, into my whatever 30s, 40s, I realize that I know myself so much better. I have a very specific type.
Yeah.
A very specific type. And it's very funny to me because I'm like, I can't, I wouldn't.
And it's not conventional.
It's not at all.
Because the older you get, I don't know, is it the older you get, the wiser, the more mature?
I want someone who's different than me, interesting and challenges me to be the best person I can be.
Right.
Right. And it's,
these people, I feel like everyone's got it a little wrong. And it does make me sad because what I'm seeing is that other people are really casting a shadow of doubt on both of them. Both of them are starting to feel insecure about their choices. And our guy, Jason, is already feeling like, well, clearly everyone is right. And she's doing me a huge favor. And she like fight everyone off and lose friends and defend our relationship. Would that not make you feel like an ogre?
It would. And it would make me feel like an ogre. But this is what I would say to Jason. I would say, Jason, ask her if she finds you attractive, which you probably know. Ask her what she's doing with this. And if she says, I am incredibly confident in this relationship, I need you not to doubt. Because that doubting is unattractive. It's an interference in your relationship. The less secure you are,
it's true.
And the more this wears on you, you're going to become less and less appealing to somebody.
But this is what's so painful. And I've seen this time and time again in my couples is that if there's a dynamic in the couple, this particular couple, the dynamic is coming from the outside. But if there is a dynamic creating insecurity or insecure attachment, but then insecurely attached people become less attractive, I feel like it's such a setup for failure.
It is a setup. It is.
But in this case, I agree, Doug. They need to just like once and for all, like, Jason, don't keep asking every 5 minutes if she still finds you attractive because that's not attractive.
These friends, though, that she's lost, what is that?
Well, because, okay, I have had situations where it's like I'll fall in love with like a friend, like a girlfriend that I'm like, oh my God, she's a 10. She's so amazing. She's so vibrant and brilliant and funny and blah, blah, blah. And then I might meet her partner. And if I don't think that they are as amazing, I might be like, oh, interesting match. However, I will be sniffing out for what is it about this person that this amazing person is attracted to. And there's usually something like, oh, surprising physical match, but oh my gosh, they're so funny, or they're so generous, or they're so kind, or everyone else this person has dated has been kind of an asshole, and this person is really loving and giving.
You know, and there's this much broader conversation, like, and you talked about anxious attachment, right? Like you talked about getting anxious about this stuff and being preoccupied with it. I will say that the person that I'm talking about, who I thought was so hot, who my friends met and thought he's not as hot and he's an asshole.
Ooh, like I dated that guy.
I have absolutely dated that guy. In fact, my dear friend Sasha, who I'm assuming might be listening to this because she listens. Hi, Sasha. Sasha actually was in the car with him all the way to a hockey tournament and literally walked out. I didn't even see her leave the car. And she's like, who are you in front of him?
Oh, what?
Right?
That's okay. Devil's advocate.
Fair. Yeah.
Is it possible?
Yes.
Two things. Is it possible, A, they don't like who she is when she's with
Jason? Was wondering the same thing.
Or is it possible that it isn't just his looks? Is it possible Jason's kind of a dud?
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Jason. I don't know that to be true. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I don't know. There's something though, and then that has to be kind of siphoned out. That's not the right word, right?
Determined.
It has to be really kind of
ruled out.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Ruled out. It's called ruled out. I am your thesaurus.
No, ruled out is not what I'm looking for. Like you have to anyway.
Squeezed.
I should not have had a cocktail last night.
Squazzed.
So here's what I want to say about this. Like, that's what I think. And I remember looking at by the way, all of my hockey friends were like, you are so anxious when he's around and you're like a totally different person. You're not like this yelling person who says pie hole instead of five hole.
Which has nothing to do with looks, right? And maybe also.
But I liked him physically so much. I was so into him. He was like a drug for me, I think. And so I got really lost in myself. And so the message that I want to send out to people is, and it's really easy when I'm working with couples now that are struggling with their relationships, like, how do you feel when you're with that person? How do you feel like when you're around your friends and that person? Can you be yourself? Can you feel relaxed? Can you be yourself? And there's something about this that's getting lost here. Tell me why you laughed.
Because you said the same thing twice.
Can you be yourself? Is that what I said twice?
But really, can you be yourself is the question. But let me ask again. Are you yourself when you're with them? Hey, I agree. That is the question. Is this person a value add? Yeah. Are you your best self when you're with them? And I don't know, fuck them all. If they don't think you're a good match, you're the only one that gets to determine.
Yeah, there's something else going on here. People are not usually that superficial, to be honest. And people might disagree with me on that.
That's it for today, you guys. I hope you love our little mini mailbags. We are loving the new mini-sode format.
I want to talk to Jason.
Jason, you're not a dud.
You're not a dud. What you have to do is find your self-worth and really have an honest discussion with her. She's clearly with you for a reason. So let it be.
Correct. She's with you for a reason. And you're with her for a reason. And I hope she's a value add for you.
By the way, we've gotten some feedback. I've gotten feedback that sometimes these are a little shorter, and they want more. So if you want more of any of these conversations, please find us at we'renotfine.com and please let us know that you want more of this topic. Like, I didn't feel finished on that. I need more information. Or if you have your own circumstance that is mirroring something that we're talking about or you can connect to, please talk to us about it.
You guys, that's our favorite. And that's how we get our mailbags.
Yeah.
And we love responding to your feedback, which is why we added in our banter again, because I think you guys missed us and you missed our magic. So
that's assuming a lot. So please tell us that you didn't or you did.
Only good feedback. That's
Okay, Miss Positive.
If you want to reach out to us or find us on social media, we are on all the things. So on Instagram, douglasljensen with an EN, and I'm Dr. Talia Jackson. and We're Not Fine Pod. And we've got our TikTok up and running again, thanks to Dig. I think she's put out a few really awesome, funny, latest TikToks. Anything else? Are we on anywhere else? YouTube. Oh my God, YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
You guys, you have to know what we're wearing, if there's glare in my glasses or not, how white Doug's teeth are, and how dark his goatee is that he had a dream about last night.
I did. I dreamt that some woman, I can't remember why, but she just stared at me and then put her fingers on my teeth and said, "Those are so white." I'm like,
that's not what my dreams look like at all. We'll see you next time, you guys.
Enjoy. Bye.